Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. There we go. I think everything is set and ready to go. One more. Our teacher this week is Byron Katie. Do yourself a favor and Google Byron Katie, Google Byron Katie quotes, Google Byron Katie the work. Her work really is powerful. Let's get into today's message. Sanwari, good morning. Danae, good morning. Hello, beautiful people. Sometimes we find ourselves navigating life as if we are adrift in a stormy sea, our emotional state tossed about by the whims of those around us. Every word, every action becomes a potential storm, leaving us feeling powerless and overwhelmed. Have you ever experienced that? Your emotional state being at the whims of the things that happen in the world around you? But what if there was another way? A way to navigate life with a sense of inner peace and freedom, unaffected by the turbulence of external circumstances. Today's journey looks at the humans around us, recognizing that everyone actually really is trying their best. The first thought from Byron Katie today is, every single human being is trying his best. We are all doing the best we can. But when we believe the thoughts we are thinking, then we have to compulsively live out those thoughts. And it's worth pausing on this, because this is at the center of what controls our lives. When we believe the thoughts that our brain produces, then we have to. Our body doesn't have a choice but to follow. Our body has to live out those thoughts. When there's chaos in our heads, there's chaos in our lives. When there is hurt in our thinking, there is hurt in our lives. Love thy neighbor as thyself? I always have. And when I hated me, I also hated you. That is how this works. If I hate someone, I am mistaking them for me, and solutions remain hidden, says Byron Katie. If I'm triggered by something that someone says or does, I have to ask myself the question, why am I triggered by this? Why am I not just free from their words or their actions? Why do their words or their actions have any control over my emotional states? Why is the reaction inside of me so loud? The truth is, no one can trigger something in me unless the trigger already exists in my nervous system. What is this wound that I need to heal? A few more thoughts from Byron Katie. She says, our parents, our children, our spouses, our friends, they will continue to push every button we have until we realize what it is that we don't want to know about ourselves yet. They will point us to our freedom every time. The people around us will push our buttons until we have healed whatever it is that we're holding on to. Linda, good morning. Great seeing you. Hello. Byron Katie says, no one can disappoint you. Only your thoughts about them can. She says, no one has ever been angry at another human being. We're only ever angry at our story of them. And then the last thought by Byron Katie today is, my experience is that the teachers we need the most are the people we are living with right now. Our triggers are built into our bodies and minds through the experiences we have lived through in the past. Our nervous system became conditioned to react or be triggered in a certain way, and this is now on repeat, along with our inner narrative about the events of the past. The journey to freedom begins with self-awareness, by recognizing our triggers and the narratives we weave around those triggers. This is how we take the first step towards liberation. It is essential to remember that everyone is doing their best. Sometimes, even while I'm really trying, I still say or do the wrong thing too. And that is true for everyone else as well. When we extend compassion and understanding to others, we create space for self-compassion too. And in the inner wholeness that our compassion brings, our wounds will heal, and the same old words and actions from the world around us will just not hit that nerve in the same way anymore. I can walk through the world with my emotional state always being at the mercy of what people say or do around me, or I can walk through the world free. If you're ready, let's slip away on today's journey together, starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. A deep breath in and out. A deep inhale. And let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and even drop your head. While you continue your full body breathing, feeling yourself rise with every inhale and feeling your body fall with every exhale, Let's for a moment discuss Byron Katie's thoughts that says everyone really is trying their best. Is this true? Is everyone really doing their best? Continue your full body breathing and see if you can find an example in your own life where you have learned to do something better, when you have found a better way of doing something than you knew before. Do you have any examples of that? Sometimes, when we discover a better way of doing something, we still fall into the trap of an old pattern, an old way of doing, because that's what the neural pathways have created. Not because we don't want to do it in a better way, just because old neural pathways are faster. And then sometimes we remember, oh, hang on, I have figured out a new way of doing this. Let me do this the new way. This works so much better. That is very simply true for all of us. When we discover a better way of doing anything, of course we want to use it, because it's clearly better. When someone is not changing their ways, it is because they really don't see or understand that there is a better way of doing it. The old way of doing it just makes more sense because that pattern is so well formed. And when we have the conversation and the person just doesn't get it, doesn't see how what we're saying is a better way, it is very simply because they don't have a full understanding of all the consequences of doing it the old way. It is certainly not their fault for not seeing the whole picture. Because if they saw the whole picture, they would change their ways. Everyone really is doing their best. Just like while we are doing our best, we still make old mistakes. Doesn't mean we're not doing our best. It just means old patterns are hard to break. This does not mean that we should put ourselves in harm's way, though. Love does not require us to expose ourselves to circumstances and people that may hurt us. Love requires us to be loving to them and also to be loving to ourselves. That's love's requirement. And placing ourselves in harm's way is not loving. But even where we recognize that we have to put some distance between ourselves and someone else, love still requires us to be kind, to extend love. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and and roll out your neck muscles forward and to the left, forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Lean your upper body over to the left. And lean your upper body over to the right. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least becoming as present as we possibly can be right now, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slips into your body and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. And feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath, but hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, the reminder is that our journey today takes a look at the humans around us. Those close to us and even those we don't know at all, but still around us. And remind ourselves that the truth is everyone is doing the best that they know how. Take your next big breath. Our journey today is called TONGLEN, and it starts by looking at the humans closest to us. TONGLEN is a philosophy from Tibetan Buddhism that teaches a practice that says we can look at the humans around us and for a moment we can breathe in what they're struggling with. We can breathe in their pain and suffering, their dark clouds. Breathe it into our belly, hold it for a moment, and transform it. Transform those dark clouds into light, and then breathe light into the space of these humans. Kind of like what the green leaves on the tree does. It breathes in what we think of as toxic, and it breathes out oxygen for us to use. So let's start by taking a look at the humans closest to you. Those that you either share a home with right now or have shared a home with in the past. As Byron Katie calls it, our biggest teachers, those we share a space with. Bring these humans together in your mind, see a picture of them all, and do the exercise either for the whole group, or perhaps someone stands out to you today, and focus your exercise on that person. As you take a deep breath in, see yourself breathing in the dark clouds around them. Whatever are the things that they're struggling to deal with right now. Breathe it deep into your belly and hold it there for a few moments. Feel what happens when those dark clouds come into contact with your love, the love that you are. Your belly warms up a little bit, and those dark clouds are transformed. As you breathe out, see yourself breathe light into the space around them. And watch their faces light up as they see this light. Are you ready to breathe in those dark clouds? Take your next big breath. Take one more look at this person or these people and remind yourself that, of course, each of them is doing the best that they know how. We'll make the circle slightly bigger and include all of your close family. Grandparents, mother, father, uncles, aunts, brothers, sisters, cousins, nieces, nephews, the whole family tree. Do the exercise either for the whole group or for whoever it is that stands out to you today. As you breathe in, imagine you can breathe in their dark clouds, the things that they're struggling to deal with right now. Breathe those dark clouds deep into your belly, and as you hold it there, feel what happens in your belly. It warms up. Those dark clouds become transformed into light. And as you exhale, see yourself breathing light into their space. See yourself surrounding them with light. And watch their faces as they recognize this light. Take your next big breath. looking at this human or these human beings, are you able to recognize that they are doing the best that they know how? Do people still make mistakes while they're doing their best? And of course we all do. Even while doing my very best, I sometimes still say something or do something of which I perhaps did not realize what the impact would be. Even doing our best does not guarantee perfection. But if we're living from a place of love, we could have grace for the imperfection in ourselves and others. Everyone is doing the best that they know how. We'll make the circle bigger. Include everyone you know. Everyone you have a conversation with from time to time. These could be friends. They could be friends or family members. They could be teachers of your children. They could be colleagues. They could be clients. Bring this whole big group together. See all of their faces. Pay attention to this group of friends, friends of friends, colleagues, clients. Does anyone stand out to you? Which face pops into your mind? And do the exercise either for the whole group or for that person specifically. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, see yourself inhaling all their dark clouds, whatever pain and suffering they're dealing with. Breathe it deep into your belly and feel what happens in your belly as those dark clouds get in contact with the love that you are. Your belly warms up just a little bit, turning those dark clouds into light. And now see yourself breathe light into their space. Take your next big breath. We'll make the circle as big as we can, including all of the humans we brush shoulders with. Sometimes we notice faces, we don't know the names. This happens when we're sitting in our own bubble at the traffic light and notice all these other humans in their own bubbles around us. This happens when we're walking through a shopping center and notice all the other faces going in their own directions. This happens when we're interacting with the cashier, the waiter, the petrol station attendant, the security guard. Bring all of those people together. We do share space with them on this earth. Do the exercise for the whole group. Or perhaps one of these faces that you see regularly pops out to you today. As you breathe in, inhale all of their dark clouds. Feel it transform in your belly and breathe into their space light. Take your next big breath. One more time. Direct your attention to this circle, this group of beautiful humans, all with the best of intentions. Clearly, everyone doing the best they know how, but still sometimes stumbling, and also dealing with their own stuff in this world. Perhaps you know some of these faces and have an idea of what happens in their lives. Or perhaps this is just a loving face on Facebook that you have grown fond of. As you take a deep breath in, see yourself inhaling all of their dark clouds and breathing into this space for everyone here, love and light. Take your next big breath. We'll take just one more big breath together to slip out of the breath holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. One more time, we'll take a look at Byron Katie's words on the humans around us. She says, every single human being is trying his best. We are all doing the best we can. But when we believe the thoughts that we are thinking, then we have to compulsively live out those thoughts. When there's chaos in our heads, there is chaos in our lives. When there is hurt in our thinking, there is hurt in our lives. Love thy neighbor as thyself, I always have. And whenever I hated me, I also hated you. That is how this works. If I hate someone, I am mistaking them for me, and the solutions remain hidden. She says, our parents, our children, our spouses, our friends, they will continue to press every button we have until we realize what it is that we don't want to know about ourselves yet. They will point us to our freedom every time. No one can disappoint you. It's only your thoughts about them that disappoint you. No one has ever been angry at another human being. We're only angry at our story of them. And the last thought by Byron Katie is, my experience is that the teachers we need the most are the people we are living with right now. Are we able to look at the humans around us and recognize that everyone is doing the best that they know how? Can we look at ourselves and extend ourselves the same grace, that I am really doing the best that I know how? When we can bring those two together, our view of ourself and a kind view of the humans around us, then it seems as though we don't get triggered by the humans around us so much anymore. They might be doing the same things, but those same things don't have quite the same emotional reaction in our bodies anymore. That's because it was never them triggering us. It was our inner reaction that needed healing. And in this way we become free. When people's words and their actions don't control our inner world, our emotional state anymore, then we are completely free. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for this week's beautiful teachings by Byron Katie. I really love her work. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for this reminder that everyone is doing the best that they know how to do. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning how to offer myself that grace as well. Of course, I'm doing the best that I know how to do. And in the moments where I repeat the same old mistake again, I will be kind to this human being that I am. And I will simply keep trying to do the best that I can. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for slipping into this space along with us. Thank you for being a source of light for the world around you. And thank you for learning to look at yourself and the world through the eyes of love. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Sunmarie. Thank you, Danae. Angie, it's awesome seeing you pop in this morning. I hope that you had a bit of time to sit down with us. Wishing you the most beautiful day. See you again soon. Ciao, ciao.